members of the municipal government, distinguished community leaders, friends, family, and allies. Thank you for joining us today in the recognition of this significant occasion, Palestine Independence Day. But before we begin, we acknowledge that we gather on Treaty 1 territory, the traditional lands of the Anishinaabe, the Cree, Oji-Cree, Dakota, and Dene people, and the homeland of the Métis Nation. We pay our respects to Indigenous peoples who have defended their land, their culture, and their sovereignty for generations. Their struggle against colonization and displacement mirrors the Palestinian experience. Two peoples resisting erasure, holding on to identity, and demanding justice. From Turtle Island to Palestine, the fight for freedom and self-determination is one shared struggle. Today, we raise the Palestinian flag, a flag that represents survival, steadfastness, and an unbroken will to be free. This holds special meaning. On September 21st, 2025, Canada formally recognized the state of Palestine, joining more than 140 nations that affirm the Palestinian people's inalienable right to self-determination. This recognition is not charity. It is justice long delayed. For 77 years, Palestinians have endured occupation, exile, and apartheid. And for 77 years, the world has called again and again for a just and lasting peace built on equality, security, and dignity for all. But peace cannot exist without justice, and justice cannot exist without accountability. Here in Manitoba, we are proud to live in a province that understands what moral courage looks like. Our Premier Wap Kinew reminded us that leadership means standing with the oppressed, and even when it is not politically convenient. As he once said, when we recognize one another's humanity, we create the space for reconciliation and justice. That's what this ceremony is all about. Recognizing one another's humanity. Recognizing that Palestinians are a people of tragedy, are not a people of tragedy, but of resilience, creativity, and hope. Recognizing that solidarity is not symbolic, it is a commitment to action. But let us be clear, Palestine does not exist because it was recognized. It was recognized because Palestine exists. Because its people exist. Because despite occupation and exile, Palestinians have refused to disappear. Recognition must now lead to responsibility. Canada must move beyond statements and take concrete steps to support international law, to end complicity in the occupation, and to ensure that human rights are upheld equally for all people. We call on the Canadian government to support the right to Palestinians to return, to support the right of return of Palestinian refugees, to end arms trade and military cooperation with those violating international law, to hold all parties accountable under the same legal and moral standards. This is what it means to turn recognition into justice. The Palestinian flag will raise today to tell its own story. Black for resilience through oppression, white for the peace still denied but never abandoned, green for the land that endures even when scared, red for the sacrifices made in the struggle for freedom. The flag rises for every family in Gaza, for the farmers of Jenin, for the students of Ramallah, and for the millions in exile who still carry the keys to their homes. It rises for every person who refuses to give up on dream of liberation. Palestine is not only a place on the map, it is a living story of resistance, of culture and belonging. It is the olive tree that keeps growing back after being uprooted. It is the child learning the history in a refugee camp. It is the artist, the teacher, the worker, the student, each keeping Palestine alive in their daily act of resilience. As we raise the flag here in Manitoba, let it be more than a gesture of solidarity. Let it be a call of action for justice, for consciences. Because the struggle for Palestine is a struggle for universal human rights. To stand for Palestine is to stand against occupation, against apartheid, against dispossession wherever it exists.
Yeah!
We raise this beautiful flag with pride, not with pity. With determination, not with despair. Because as long as we raise it, we are saying to the world, Palestine lives.
Yeah!
Its people live, and the movement for justice will not be silenced. Thank you, and long live Palestine!